We are live. All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect, the Tabernacle of David, you Akim, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth, faith, and sincerity, and also a healthy shalom to the few Aqua that are listening and learning. All right, once again, we're out here another day in the last days of America, Babylon the Great, to watch the fall of this wicked empire. All right, and it is happening drastically fast, man, drastically fast. I always start off with saying prophecy is screaming as usual, and today I just wanted to start in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, okay, because Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is striking this world, okay, Egypt specifically, America, with plagues as before. All right, the brother Karaya has sent a video to the chat about how these swarm of bees hit southern Israel, okay, and a lot of brothers was touching on it throughout the week, and that just had me thinking about 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, okay, how all this is culminating, okay, to the end of America and the start of many miseries ultimately, okay. So Baba Kusha, if you don't got nothing you want to add, just grab 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter from the top. Baba Kusha.
2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
Right, because at the end of the day, judgment is coming to all these regions, okay? Not only America, Babylon the Great, but all these regions, okay? Egypt, West Asia, all right? Russia, you name it. The Heavenly Father is preparing terrible and horrible judgment, all right? Chiefly to America, Babylon the Great, but all these other nations that were confederate with her, okay, that were in bed with her, and that have made deals with her, all right? You got it, Doc.
Got a real quick one. Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. I'll read it in the KJV and then I'll read it in the NLT. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Right. Why are the heathen in an uproar? Why do they have their panties in a bunch? Okay? This vain thing that they imagine is ultimately that their empire is going to go on forever. Okay? America believes that this empire is going to go on forever as it approaches its 250th birthday. And we know that the average lifespan of an empire is 250 years. No empire lasts forever. Now, all these other nations and empires are fighting for what? To see who has next. They think as America falls, they're next in line, okay, to be the chief nation of the earth, okay? No, you got it. Go ahead.
That's what the sentiment in the earth is. All right, America may be a dying empire. America may be collapsing, but you got another head rising up out of the east, known as the BRICS. Mm-hmm. See, that's their vain imagination. The West is falling, but the East is getting strong. Mm-hmm. And who's the BRICS being led by? Russia, China, and Iran. Because that's what's in the talks now. With this whole good news, bad news, the Strait of Hormuz, it's open, then it's closed. It's closed, then it's open. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't even want to get into that. But that's what they're saying with the whole advent of America, the debacle with America and Iran. Iran is now looked at as being strong, because Iran was like an afterthought. Nobody took Iran serious. So much so that even DJ Gump, King Taco, referred to as the Strait of Hormuz as what I said week before last. You might as well call it the Strait of Iran. Just like you called it the Gulf of America, the Gulf of Mexico, you might as well call that the Strait of Iran, because Iran got the Strait of Hormuz in a chokehold, a go-go plata. And Trump even said that. He slid, it was a Freudian slip, but he referred to the strait as the Strait of Iran. Okay? So with this whole Strait of Hormuz shit, Iran is, they're saying now, becoming the fourth axis of power. It's becoming a fourth superpower. Because what are the major superpowers? Obviously, Babylon the Great, the whore America, she's number one. Who's number 2 and 3? Well, it's a toss-up between Russia and China.
Yep.
They're jockeying for what? Power. The head of this new world order that's being established, right? But now they're saying Iran is in the running.
Yeah.
So, but we know all of this is vain. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. This third war that's quickly approaching, that's the war to end all wars.
Facts.
Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he's coming back to establish dominance on the world. That's why it is said he's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He's coming back to take all the crowns of what? These different leaders. I ain't going to take over Salakia.
No,
again,
you're right.
Why do the heathen rage? Who are the heathen? The other nations. Because the Bible deals with nations, not races, because race is a modern construct. The Bible is thousands of years old. Race is a modern concept. Came about during the so-called Renaissance, around the 1500s. The Bible deals with nations, and the Bible speaks about 18 different nations, and one particular nation to rule over all the nations. What nation is that? The nation of Yasharallah, Israel. You so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Hispanics, North American Seminole Indians. You are the true biblical Israelites, according to the prophecies.
Yep.
Not them condom hat, a small hat, big nose, tunnel mole rat diggers over there in the land of Palestine. Those are imposters, man. Those are not the people of the Bible. Contrary to what they would have you believe, they are Amalek. They are the Amalekites. They are the Dukes of Edom. Going back to the concept of nations, the Bible deals with 18 nations. The Israelites are the top nation above all nations, and then you got 17 other heathen nations, Gentiles, non-Israelites. Who's ruling the earth right now? What nation, what race, what group of people are in charge of the earth? Well, that's easy. All you got to do is look at the money.
Yep.
Follow the money. Follow the money system. And where does the money system start? With the banking system. So who sits at the top of this banking system? What group of people, what race of people, what nationality are behind the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, the central bank digital system? You know?
Exactly.
Who's behind the Federal Reserve? Whose face is on your dollar?
Real.
Isn't the dollar the reserve currency of the world, allegedly?
Yep.
So who's on your money? What race is Andrew Jackson, George Washington? I don't see no other group of people, no other nationality on the dollar. I don't see no gooks on there.
Yep.
I don't see no dot heads on the dollar. They allegedly were gonna put a black ass bitch Harriet Tubman on there, but that didn't come to pass. You know?
Yeah.
So who's in control? Esau, Edom. Our evil twin brother. You know?
Khan, the Job 9:24.
So he's in the power seat. He's in control. So again, why do the heathen rage? You gonna say something? My bad.
Nah. To your point, the Job 9:24s are in the power seat. And it's more than evident today.
It's obvious.
It's obvious. It's to the point where it's obvious.
They control everything.
Khan.
This whole world is one big system, one big trap. And ain't no escaping the hands of these goddamn Amalekites. The tiny hats. They say the so-called 1%, right? The 1% governs the whole world. The so-called 13 ruling families. What nationality are there? The Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, Vanderbilts, Oppenheimers. What race are they? I'll tell you what nationality. They're Edomites, chiefly Amalekites, which is the chief house of Edom. You got anything?
The Dukes.
And the Lord said he was going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. What the apostles say, the elders always used to say, their elders, In order to tell a lie, you got to know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell can they know to call those Arabs Amalek when they the Amalekites?
Exactly.
Because they know the truth. And ain't that the biggest way to deflect us to, you know? I didn't steal it, you stole it. I didn't do it, you did, you know?
Yeah, what did Bibby say? I think it was Bibby. We're gonna have war with Amalek from generation to
Yeah, the
generation.
audacity, the irony. You got it? You getting something?
Yeah, I'm grabbing something.
So that's who's in control, man. Edomites, chiefly Amalekites. And these other nations, per Psalms 83 and 1 on down, they're all confederate with this damn devil. They all gave consent to this devil for a moment, for a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they all have a seat in their goddamn they're NATO and the EU. You know, what's that all about?
Exactly.
Well, why the hell are all the damn NATO nations primarily Caucasian? Why are all the EU nations primarily Caucasians, man?
Yep.
You know, what's that about? You know? Because that's
Yep.
who's in control. And there's a major divide in the earth, man. The West versus the East. You got it? Come on, man. With some vitality, brother. I'm filibustering, man.
Khan, Salakia. This is Job.
Please tell me you had what I was holding. What are you getting?
Salakia, I'm trying to.
Why are you fighting? Let me get some. This is...
You got it. Go. You
Go
got
back to Psalms 2. Why did the heathen rage?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. Job chapter 5, verse 12. I'll read it in the KJV and the NLT. It says, Job 5 and 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty. Who is the he? God.
Mm-hmm.
God is about to upset the leaders of this world, the so-called rulers of this world. Because they're trying to do what? Put the people in complete... they want to make the whole world perpetual debt slaves, man. That's what Carl Schwab said.
Mm-hmm.
You will own nothing and be happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The WHO, the WFO, World Economic Forum, the WF. What are they talking about? You know, a new world order,
Yep.
a reset, a global reset. Ain't that what Trump was talking about? A big reset, the greatest reset ever. What are they about to do? They're about to reset the way of you buying and selling, your monetary system. Because they're the ones who set up the old this current monetary system, this fiat system, this fiscal paper money system, built upon fraud.
Mm-hmm.
That's why inflation is going through the roof, because you're not dealing with real money. You're dealing with debt-bearing notes. According to your constitution, what is real money? Silver and gold.
Yeah.
But you done did it. Oh, my bad, not you. The leaders, the Amalekites. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The condom hats. They did away with your gold standard with the advent of the Federal Reserve and made everybody, what? Debt slaves. That's why you all have adhesion contracts on you. Paperwork.
Yep.
Tracking numbers from birth. Birth certificate, social security number. What are those? Tracking numbers on you. Because you're a commodity. You're a slave. That's what Lincoln did. Talking about he emancipated the slaves. Do you know what the word emancipate means? Emancipate means to transfer ownership. So he transferred ownership of the slaves to what? The government.
Yeah.
And made everybody slaves of the government through adhesion contracts.
Mm-hmm.
When did can you Google or chat GPT, when did the social security number come about? I'm curious, because I'm a slow black nigger. I don't know shit. When did the social security numbers come about? Is that some new thing, or was that always in the earth? And then Google, when did the birth certificate come about?
It says Social Security numbers were created following the signing of the Social Security Act
It was an act.
by President
So
Franklin
they had
D.
to write
Roosevelt.
it in the law, because that wasn't part of the so-called founding fathers' dream. They didn't envision that. They didn't envision tracking all the goddamn people. Well, they really did, but you know that was later on. You know, they had the illusion with the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and shit. That was the illusion of inclusion. You know,
It says,
no taxation without representation. That was all bullshit. Go ahead, Ak.
It says
From the top again, Salakia.
Social Security numbers were created following the signing of the Social Security Act by President Franklin D. Roosevelt on
FDR.
August.
FDR, ain't he the one that's behind the FBI?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Franklin D. Roosevelt on August 14th, 1935.
1935. So in the 1900s.
It says
This is new. This was something new.
the first Social Security number cards
Hold on,
were
hold on.
issued.
Ain't we celebrating 250 years of America?
Yeah.
That wasn't in the original, the beginning.
No sirree.
This came about in the 1900s.
Yeah, man. Just the other day.
See,
That's not that
prior to
long
that,
ago.
America was great. You had land, you had slaves. That's what the whole Civil War was about.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Confederate knew what was up. They knew they were losing power. That's why they went to war with one another. Because of what? Transference of ownership. Instead of them having their own slaves and do their own property, and because what? Slaves is what? A form of money. Because what is money? Something tangible, with value. So like silver, gold, those are natural resources, natural minerals, right? Elements, minerals.
Yeah,
That are scarce, finite. So that has value. Livestock, cattle, sheep, things like that. That has value because you get food from it.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing, it has value. Land, you can it's tangible and it has value. You can build houses, you can farm it, you can agriculture. You know, what else has value? Slaves.
Yep.
People.
Yep.
Energy, finite energy. You know.
Yep.
My bad. Where was I going with that? Salakia. What you reading? I was reading.
I was reading
Go ahead.
yeah.
So go ahead.
It says the first Social Security cards were issued November.
Go back, Salakia. Go back.
From the top.
Well,
Social
you
Security.
pretty much hit the point. That was the point. I wanted to know when.
August 14th, 1936, and they were first issued to actual citizens on November.
So now go to when was the Federal Reserve established? It's no coinky thing. It was all around the same time. Or before that, say two things. Google when was the Federal Reserve Act passed, and when was the gold standard removed? Two questions.
It says Federal Reserve.
Because what you said, 1930 something?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It says December. Hold on. It says the Federal Reserve was created December 23rd, 1913, when President Woodrow Wilson signed the Federal Reserve Act into law.
So the Federal Reserve came about before the Social Security.
Came first.
So the
and
Social
then
Security number came about as an advent of the Federal Reserve.
Yep. That's what it looks like.
Because they needed a way to track you, to track this fiat currency.
Mm-hmm.
Because what did they do? It was no more. They wanted to set up a banking system, you know, with a credit score, you know, and no more hiding your money under the mattress. Gold coin. They collected all the gold and silver. Remember?
Yeah.
That came about all around the time of the Federal Reserve, and they put adhesion contracts on you.
It says purpose to prevent financial panics and address the illicit currency.
Because what happened? What was the original dollar? It was called what the silver dollar, right? You could actually go to the bank and actually trade in your coins for actual silver and gold. You know, so they wanted to prevent you from doing that. You know, it was all about control. That's what this thing is all about. Esau wants control of the whole world. The nations do. The heathens do.
Yeah.
But who's really in control? God is. You know? Again, why are they raging? They think they're going to get control of the earth through what? Their technologies. You know?
Yep.
They're miracles. But they're sadly mistaken. So that was the point on that. So again, Job 5:12. He disappointeth, who is the he? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the day and grope in the noonday as in night. And that's how the elite get down.
Mm-hmm.
They call themselves what? The illuminated ones.
Yep.
They pride themselves in secrecy.
Yep.
You know? they're the illuminated ones. They got knowledge is power. They got the true knowledge, you know.
Khan.
You know.
Khan.
They worship the owl Molech. You know, what does the owl represent? Wisdom. You know.
Yep.
They deal in secrecy. These secret groups, the Skull and Bones, the Freemasons. They move in the shadows, man. That's where their power is, right?
That's how they get down.
Even when you go to the tippity top elites, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, you don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
They hide themselves behind their different conglomerations, their different corporations. They change their names. They intermarry. They deal in secrecy.
Yeah. Pass legislation in the middle of the night, early mornings.
Even when you go to the Freemasonry, the higher you climb up the ladder, the more knowledge you get.
Khan.
You know?
Yeah. Real quick.
Slock, let me.
Oh, you got it.
So it says again, he disappointed the devices of the crafty. So that's how these devils get down, crafty, sneakily. Oh, we were going into the Federal Reserve. How did the Federal Reserve get passed into legislation? Overnight.
Yep.
Read the Creature Jekyll Island. They did that shit in secrecy.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, it was over a holiday. You know?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So everything they do is in secrecy. The Bilderberg groups, all these summit meetings, everything is behind closed doors, man.
That's how they roll.
You know? And ultimately, what are they planning? To chip the people. You know? They want to ultimately put the RFID chip in you, or what is the NFC in England, in Europe? They want to put a chip in you to track you, where they have complete control. As Aaron Russo said, you don't obey, they'll lock your chip off, man. You won't be able to buy or sell. You won't be able to operate in this world without it. And that's what you see happening. All roads lead to the Charagma. But in order for this Charagma to be issued mandatory, they have to bring in chaos, because they're being met with a lot of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that's what the great squeeze. We're in the time of the great squeeze.
Yeah.
They have to collapse this global economy, this global fiat system, so that they can bring in the digital system, which will be led by the RFID microchip, which is the MOTB per Revelation 13 and 16.
Yeah.
So that's the times that we're in. Salaki, I'm probably all over the place, but
Nah, it's making sense.
so again, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, because they slick. They're the serpent. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Let me read it in the NLT, and I'll give it back to you. So it says, Job 5 and 12 in the NLT. He frustrates the plans of schemers. You can speak.
Yeah, hey, he frustrate the plans of schemers. And ultimately...
DJ Chump, he don't know what to do with the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
He
Put a blockade on a blockade.
He don't know if he coming or going. He doing late night tweets. Open the fucking street straight. You what do you call them, psychopaths? So you know,
bomb you to hell.
He unstable. He losing sleep. He don't know what to do. He hearing warnings of the global economy about to collapse, and he don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
And the Lord is frustrating this devil.
Yeah. Exactly. Frustrating their purpose. But it's so beautiful because they can only go forward. They have no choice but to go forward. All the experts is telling you, if America pulls out now, they're gonna look weak on the world stage.
They already look weak, so they're gonna look completely weak.
They're gonna look completely weak.
It says he frustrates the plans of schemers, so the work of their hands will not succeed.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. They're scheming to try to have Iran bend the knee, and it's not working. It's not working at all. But the brother always goes into the theater of war. So we know ultimately this is what they kind of want, this global chaos. You got it.
Not kinda, it is what they want. They're orchestrating it. They play both sides.
Mm-hmm.
All wars are bankers' wars. Mm-hmm. This whole war is being orchestrated by the elites.
Yep.
But it's really Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He's mustering the host of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
He traps the wise in their own cleverness, because war is what? A racket. And war is big business. Big business for Lockheed Martin, big business for Raytheon, Boeing. I always go into it. These gun companies, these people making these missiles and shit. It's big business, man. You want to buy when blood is in the streets, you know? And also, war is a good distraction. It's a good way to call the people. It's a good way to get your agenda across. The people are completely distracted, caught up in the war. But little do you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is gathering you to the battle of Armageddon for your undoing. Because what? Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Going back to the point of why do the heathen rage? He traps the wise in their own cleverness. And you, who thinks they're more wise than you Edomites? With your high IQ. You know? But what does it say? The pride of your heart have deceived you. Your terribleness have deceived you. He traps and you're trapped. You're in a quagmire. You're in a pickle. You're in a conundrum. You stepped in it. And it, like as the brother was saying, ain't no way out of it. You ain't gonna get out of this one unscathed. You know?
Ain't no way.
He traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. They find it is dark in the daytime, and they grope at noon as if it were night. He rescues the poor from the cutting words of the strong, and rescues them from the clutches of the powerful. And so at last the poor have hope, and the snapping jaws of the wicked are shut. Yeah, all you naysayers, all you scoffers, all you scorners, fear not the incredulity of them, the unbelief. Your mouths are going to be stopped in that time. You know? Then shall be known who are my chosen. Then shall be known a prophet has been amongst you. When Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai sets us on high and gives us fame in all the lands we were put to shame. And why are we going to become famous? Because everything we've been saying is going to come to pass. Every bit of it. Not one jot or one tittle is going to pass, because it's not our words we're speaking. We're speaking the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and they're faithful and true.
Yep.
And they're manifesting as we speak. You got something?
No, you got it. You got it. I'm holding something, but
That's it on that.
Khan.
You want me to finish Psalms?
Yeah. You can finish Psalms.
So again, why? Matter of fact, this is the KJV. Then I'll read it in the NLT. Psalms 2:1 KJV. Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together. You see, they're confederate.
Mm-hmm.
They all meeting together behind closed doors, and guess what? They don't have your best interest at heart, especially you tribes.
Mm-hmm.
They really want to cut Yasharallah off, as it tells you, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. You know? Especially Esau and Amalek. Because if we find out who we are, then who are they?
The wicked that the Bible speaks of.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed. Who is his anointed? The elect of Yasharallah, his servants, his prophets, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. The Lord Adawan shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. And that's what times we're living in. He's disappointed in the devices of the crafty. He's visiting them. He's pleading with them. I'm going to read it in the NLT and then you got it back. Why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Futile, meaning, listen, no matter how much effort, no matter how much you try, you're not going to be able to accomplish your enterprise, because it's already written that it's not going to come to fruition.
To quote Agent Smith, it's inevitable, Mr. Anderson.
Khan.
It's an inevitability.
Inevitable.
He set the bounds which you can't pass.
Yep.
The kings of the earth prepare for battle. Ain't that what's going on right now? The rulers plot together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed one. Let us break their chains, they cry, and free ourselves from slavery to God. Because they know that's what's coming. He's coming to bind their kings in chains with fetters of iron. I botched it.
Con.
Fetters of chain and iron.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want that. But the one who rules in heaven laughs. The Lord Adawan scoffs at them. Then in anger he rebukes them, terrifying them with his fierce fury. You got it.
Yeah. Terrifying with his fierce fury. That's why your boy Trump up late at night, 3 a.m., can't sleep, throwing out crazy ass tweets.
Yeah, and vain thing. He's the Messiah.
Yeah.
He JC. He Jeebus. You know?
He got the golden Midas touch. This is Job chapter 20.
Fuck making America great again. He gonna make the world better, Craig.
For real.
He gonna that's why he gotta get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh,
he gonna usher in peace. And how is he gonna do it? Through the sword and the Quran.
God, sweet baby Jesus. It says Job chapter 20 and starting at verse 4. It reads, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And I said earlier, man, they're celebrating their 250th year anniversary, man. And in the scheme of things, this empire hasn't been around that long, man. What is 250 years compared to eternity? Okay, an eternity of righteous rulership with Yahushua HaMashiach. So it says, the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And they're witnessing this, okay? Because they're no longer being triumphant in war, okay? In their propaganda. All the things that they once had strength in is no longer sufficing them, man. Keeping them afloat. The people are looking at Trump and his administrations as fools. So it reads, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Because that's ultimately the end of these Edomites, man. That's their future. Obadiah, 1:18, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. It reads, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. And you're seeing a lot of that on social media now. You're seeing a lot of social media posts of Edomites siding with Iran, okay? Siding with Jake, you know, cursing out their forefathers, okay? And not trying to be down with all the things that took place to the Lord's chosen people. But it's no pleasing the poor, man. All right? You've committed the crime. You are your forefathers, and now it's time to do the time. And you can try to run and escape your prison sentence, but eventually you're going to be caught. All right? The brother brought out, you know, you can't go past the bounds that the Heavenly Father has allotted for you, your time of rulership. All right? It says his bones.
I got a quick one.
You got it.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 41, also known as the book of Sirach, 41 and 5. The main point is in 7. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Yeah, that's what's taking place in the world today. They're all blaming all the wickedness that their forefathers did on their forefathers. Okay, they're taking no accountability for how they've acquired the resources and their place in this world, being on the top through the rape, robbery, and wickedness of their forefathers. Okay, you got it.
So again, the children of sinners are abominable children, and they are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High Yahweh, for if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. They shall build, but I shall throw down.
Khan. And Salakia, I can't think of the precept off the top of my head, but roughly paraphrasing, all the wealth, okay, that the wicked have obtained is just to be given to the righteous. Okay, they're acquiring all this wealth, and they've acquired just for it to be transferred to Yasharallah. Okay, the meek and the lowly of the Lord's chosen people, man. All right, you got it out.
Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, Yaiquab, and I hated Esau, Ishashua, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. They shall build, but I shall throw down.
Khan.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, Yahweh, Baal Shem, Yahweh Shai, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them, Esau, Edom, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh hath indignation forever.
Forever? Forever, ever?
So again, Ecclesiastes 41 and I read it. So going back to 8. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High Yahweh. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. They're the people of the Lord's curse. It tells you that, I think that's in Job. If his children be multiplied, they be multiplied for the sword. Can you get that, Baba Kashan? That's why they're complaining.
For real?
That's why they're seeking to please the poor. You know?
Multiplied for the sword.
They trying to get around that judgment any which way they can.
Yeah.
Carefully with tears, you know? But ultimately when they realize, when Esau wraps their head around the fact that there is no escape of this judgment, they just gonna do what they always do. Resort back to the sword and unleash that hatred that they've always had towards Jacob.
This is Job chapter 27 and verse 14. It reads, if his children be multiplied.
Whose children? Esau's children. And they not even really being multiplied that much no more, because they got a low birth rate. They be complaining about that all over social media. how they got low birth rates, man, because they under the curses. The Lord hates them. They got to go to fucking fertility clinics, man. You think that's natural for a motherfucker to have 8 octuplets and shit? Sextuplets? No, that's because they went to some kind of fucking fertility clinic, and now they dropping 5, 6, 7, 8 eggs at a time. Because that's their only shot at getting that egg fertilized. Why? Because that Edomite sperm is weak. It ain't like Jake's sperm. You look at it, Evite, you know, Issacharite, Ephraimite, you know, you blow on her, she gonna get pregnant.
For real.
You know? Jake's seed is strong. Good swimmers. They like to mock Jake. Jake can't swim. Jake swim real good. To the egg. Super swimmers.
To where it counts.
You know? Salakia.
It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword.
For what? Slavery. That's their purpose.
Khan. Prepare slaughter. That's what the scripture says.
Isaiah 14:21.
Yeah, Khan. It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
Exactly. So that was the point. And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. That's the point. You got it.
Hey, multiplied for the sword, man. Multiplied for the sword. So back in Job, it reads, Job 20:10, it says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full.
Ultimately, because they're going to do what? Build our kingdom up. We had to build their kingdoms up, right? We built this empire up. They're going to build our empire up.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, the elites, they're going to be the first slaves in the kingdom. And what are they going to be doing? Digging up and burying dead bodies from this Third World War. From all the dead bodies from this, the battle, the end all battles. You know, they got to clean up the so-called Middle East, Levant. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies, a lot of bodies to be buried, man. You know, and that's going to be the Rothschilds, you know, Sir Lord Rothschild. That's going to be his first job. He's going to be the lead. You know? He's going to be the foreman. And guess what? We're going back to the ancient world. No technology, man. No front end loaders. No excavators. You know?
Yeah, God.
Manual labor.
Oh man. Damn. Straight manual labor. It reads, his bones are full of the sins of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it, it says, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat and his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asps within him. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. And that's what you witness Sleazy E doing now, man. Okay? All wars are over resources. And as you can see, that this war is ultimately turned into a war over what? Oil. Oil. It says,
oh, man, you making me spirit like the wind.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting something else, but it's a good point that I wanted to bring up. I put in the chat about the LNG, liquid natural natural gas.
Liquid natural gas.
Which is what? The process of converting natural gas into what? Liquefying it, so it can be exported and carried at a much larger distance.
Mm-hmm.
They still got to convert it back to natural gas. You see that? After they convert it into liquid natural gas, when it gets to its destination, what do? They heat it back up and turn it back into oil. So now, I say all that to say, now we understand why the fuck they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline.
Of course.
Because what do we find out about LNG, liquid natural gas? Google it, please. Who are the top? What do you want to call it? Who deals with liquid natural gas? It's the United States, Australia, and I forgot the other country. They're the two #1 exporters of liquid natural gas. Can you find out?
It says,
because remember, Trump was saying that all them cargo ships that's coming around the Horn of Africa is coming to America to get the sweetest, greatest oil. Remember he said that?
yeah.
What kind of oil? Liquid natural gas, which is like the new wave, you know. So now we know. Now we understand what this war is about. It's a war. It's a war about oil and how oil is about to be used in this modern world. It's no longer being transported from pipeline to pipeline, because that's the old way. You would have an actual pipeline from Russia to fucking Europe, to France, to Germany, to Iran. Nah, this devil was going around, stop blowing up them pipelines. Why?
Yeah.
Because he in the liquid natural gas.
Yeah.
He in that game.
Yeah.
He wants you to get oil from him. That's why he went into Venezuela. Now the picture's coming into fruition.
Well,
Salaki, my bad. I'm getting excited.
nah.
I'm getting excited.
Even during that time,
all you gotta do is follow the money.
Even during the time of the Nord Stream 2 sabotage, all the articles was coming out how Germany had to get their gas from America, and that how much more expensive it was to have it travel and go through the process that the brother was talking about. It's longer, and it's a more expensive process to have it shipped from over there.
This devil will have
there.
you believe liquid natural gas is better for the economy, for the globe, for global warming and climate. It's all bullshit.
Yep.
It's bullshit. You know? Everything this devil sells you is to destroy you. But that's why this whole war's popping, because they want that to be the new wave of how people power their civilizations through liquid natural gas. Liquid natural gas.
It says the United States, led by Venture Global.
Salaki, a lot of them countries use liquid natural gas.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of countries, not as much as natural gas, but they're starting to, more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So they ultimately want to do away with the pipelines and natural gas and only depend on liquid gas.
Because they lead in that field.
Yep.
It says the United States, led by exporters Venture Global, is currently the world's largest LNG exporter, with substantial operations in Australia and Qatar.
So now we understand. Now plot thickens even more.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they got that base in Qatar.
Yep.
Because they dealing with liquid natural gas.
Yep.
But see, Russia, Iran, they don't need liquid natural gas because they got actual pipelines. They got pipelines to the countries they serving. You get it direct from the connect. Uncut, unadulterated, straight from the fucking the oil field.
Exactly.
Untapped, unpolluted,
Straight from the faucet.
All we gotta do is open it straight from the tap, from the faucet.
From the tap.
But but America like, nah, buddy. We moving into liquid natural gas. We're gonna be sending cargo tankers, the world's largest cargo tankers, from America to where they got natural gas at.
Yeah.
We finna blow up all these oil fields, nigga.
We finna run the entire game. We finna run the entire
oil
game.
He's a gangster.
A hell of a gangster, man.
So basically, we going from heroin to crack. We going from crack to fentanyl to that Fetty Wap. You see?
Oh, hey, bro.
How did he get rid of crack? By putting hard ass fucking drug laws. 3 strikes. Who was behind that? Silly Billy Clinton. What came on the back end of the whole crack laws and all that shit? The opioid crisis. He wanted to get into the drug game. He wanted to sell Oxycontins and all this type shit. See, all you gotta do is follow the money.
That's it. That's all you gotta do is follow the money.
All wars are bankers' wars. All wars are fought over resources.
Hey, and that's a beautiful thing, because that's gonna segue into what I kind of really wanted to talk about too.
So real quick, so we know, I sent it to you, but for edification's sake, because I didn't even know. I heard about, I kept hearing about LNG, but the spirit jumped on me to say, we study, we look things up. So what the hell is LNG? What is this all about,
Yeah, I did.
What's the big hubbub? What's the big fuss?
I did lessons on it.
Oh, you did? I didn't know.
During the Nord Stream 2, when Biden got caught slipping, admitting that they were the one that blew up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline.
Now we understand the motive.
Yep.
A good detective, you got to have motive. That was the motive. That's the motive behind them going to the Strait of Hormuz.
Beautiful segue.
That's the point. You got it.
All right. So the brother did everything that he said is on point, and it's segue into another topic I wanted to touch on.
But
and
real quick, before
you got it.
We don't lose that train of thought. But I wanted to go back to the point about the elites being the first slaves in the kingdom, and the first job that the elites are going to have is burying dead bodies from this Third World War. You wanted to cause this war, right? You love war since you love blood. You're a bloody man. You're a violent man, but you too weak to get involved hand to hand. All right, you're gonna deal with the side effects of war, the casualties of war, right? So this is Ezekiel chapter 39, and I'll read it in the KJV, then I'll read it in the NLT. Verse 14. Ezekiel 39 and 14. KJV. And they shall sever out men of continual employment. Yeah, in the kingdom, you ain't going to have to worry about layoffs. You know? The job market. You know?
Yep.
You're gonna have real what they call it, job stability.
Security.
Job security in the kingdom. Everlasting work. Right? It says, and they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury the passengers. Passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. Why are they going to do that? Because of all the dead bodies. I was looking for that, but I stopped. It tells you in Numbers that blood it defileth the land. And that the land can't be cleansed except by the blood of them that shed it.
Yep.
So you just can't leave dead bodies all over the land. The land becomes defiled, polluted. Dead bodies breed diseases and stuff. You know, you got to bury them bodies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so again, that's why their first job after the Third World War is gonna be burying the bodies to cleanse the land. It even expounds on it in the NLT. Again, Ezekiel 39 and 14. This is in the NLT. After 7 months, and 7 is just a complete amount of time.
Yep.
You know, after 7 months, teams of men, right, will be appointed to search the land for skeletons to bury.
Yep.
So the land will be made clean again.
Mm.
So that's going to be the first job of the elites, the Rothschilds.
After this Third World War. Mm.
And again, you're going to have job security. You don't have to worry about nobody taking your job. And it's going to be generational. You're going to leave it in you're going to keep it in the family. You know?
Yep.
Hold on. This is Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory, and the saints of Israelites, right? And what does it tell you? The saints are going to take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever.
Yep.
So it says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God, Yahweh, be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. So that's what Christ is coming to do. Execute vengeance and punishments upon the people. Mm-hmm. What people? The wicked.
Mm-hmm.
To bind their kings, because why? The kings are ruling wickedly.
Wickedly
that's why the
as
people
hell.
are mourning. You know?
Yeah.
Because they're being oppressed. It says, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So that's what the Lord is coming to do to the nobles, the kings, the leaders. He coming to chain them up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord Yahweh. That's beautiful. And as a prisoner, you know you got to work. You know, you just can't stay in your goddamn your cell all day. You know what I'm saying? You got to work. And what's your first job going to be? Again, burying bodies that you caused. You know?
It's only right.
You got it.
It says, real quick, Isaiah 49 and 23. All right? Because there's other work that needs to be done too. It reads, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth. Right, the same ones that stepped over us. All right, the same ones that used our children's back as footstools, man. It says, they shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. All right? So the Heavenly Father, like the brother said, is going to have plenty of employment, a bunch of different physical, laborious roles for y'all to take on. Okay? It's going to be a beautiful time. And this is Revelation.
Real quick. Jeremiah chapter 25. The whole chapter's good, but I'll get to the point. Jeremiah 25 and 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. What's a controversy? A gripe. A bone to pick. You know, a problem.
Yep.
He got a problem with these nations. And what's the problem? Chiefly what you did to the Lord chosen people and how you've been governing the world. The Lord gonna see you about that, man. You know, how you've been destroying the earth. It tells you in Revelation, I forget, it tells you the time has come to destroy them that destroy the earth.
Yep.
You think you're not gonna pay for how you've been ruling and governing, polluting the earth, destroying the air, poking holes in the ozone layer, dumping all type of poisons in the goddamn water, spraying chemtrails, you know? You gonna have, the Lord gonna see you about that, man. So it says, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. And that word plead means judge. God ain't finna come down here and get on bending knee and talk to you and beg, oh, please, you know, please, DJ Chump, stop being a demon, you know?
I know, right?
Please, Sir Lord Rothschild, stop being a pedophile. Stop drinking adrenochrome, you know? Stop kidnapping and killing little babies and putting them in food. The Lord ain't gonna come and talk. He know, you know?
Yeah.
You know better. He about to check you, chin check you. So it says, for the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain, this is the main point, and the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
Your pa.
You gonna speak or something? Come on, bro.
Go. Bring it back out.
Oh my Lord.
Salakia.
Come on, brother.
Salakia. Beautiful.
Jeremiah chapter 25. The main point is in 33. Again, I'll start at 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, behold, look, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And that whirlwind is ultimately talking about that nuclear destruction. But prior to that, all hell is going to be breaking loose all over the world. Kingdoms are being divided. It's going to be martial law, famines, pestilences, race wars, class wars. You see it. Sedition in the streets. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
Hey, because, these missiles not only are going to completely destroy America, Babylon the Great, but they're going to hit other parts of the earth, man. They're going to hit other parts of the world and other nations.
Jacob's trouble, as I always said, is not just Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is the world's trouble. Jacob's trouble is not just going to be in Babylon. Okay? The whole world is being visited. The whole world is being plagued, as you started out earlier about the swarm of bees in Israel. The Lord has, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has been bringing plagues upon the whole world. All type of unprecedented storms, hurricanes, tsunamis, cyclones, typhoons, flooding, earthquakes, all type of crop failures. It's not just happening in one place of the world. It's happening all over the world. The economic collapse is not just happening in one country, one nation. It's global.
Yeah.
This judgment is global. Because God is coming to visit the whole world, not just one person, one group of people. God is coming to see his creation. All of yous. And he gonna get his respect. Because you forgot about God. The true God of the world, the true God of the Bible, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You thinking about the God of this world, the white man. You don't remember the true qualities and characteristics of the God of the world. You don't remember how God will fuck your ass up with the quickness. You don't realize God is the ultimate Jake, the ultimate so-called black man, and he's angry with the wicked every day. And you about to feel that anger. How you gonna feel that anger? Through plagues, through judgments. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, when God is completely tired of putting up with your shit, you know what he does? He delete your ass.
Mm-hmm.
He does a great reset on your ass, and you come back in your right mind as a baby. You've been in all this fuck shit your whole life, and the Lord get tired of your shit. He unplug he unplug your server.
God.
Reboot your ass.
I was just meditating and just thinking about how the Heavenly Father visit this place with judgments, with plagues, with storms and tempests and things of that nature. And it ain't no coincidence that everybody's talking about how all the manufacturing of these new homes are weak and as paper, and these homes are just blowing over with simple tropical storms, let alone hurricanes. So the Heavenly Father has put everything in place for these storms to just wipe out even more than they've been wiping out before. Okay? So, man, it devastating times, man.
And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. So in the times that we're coming into, hey, the Lord said the love of many gonna wax cold. We already in that time where it's a dog-eat-dog world, survival of the fittest, everybody's selfish, lovers of self. How much more so when society collapses completely? And everybody, the whole facade of civilization breaks down. Because it's a facade, man. These people ain't civil. These people are filled with demons. They'll fuck you over if they had a chance. The only thing that's stopping the average Babylonian from fucking you over is the fear of the law.
Yep.
If they could rob you, rape you, do whatever the hell they wanted to do to you and get away with it, they would, man.
Yep. Without hesitation.
You know? And that time is where they're gonna be able to carry out their deepest, darkest wishes. 911 ain't gonna be rolling. Everything gonna be shut up. You know, all hell gonna break loose, man.
Diego's night.
The purge. Hey, Trump was talking about the purge.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. All that whole, getting a cup of sugar from your neighbor, all that shit finna go out the window.
Cons.
Hey, these people can't stand each other as it is, man. They look at each other with evil eyes as it is, man. Friends. The scripture tell you friends shall betray one another, man. It's about to get real.
I can't even remember the name of the movie where there was a nuclear Armageddon, and I want to say it was about 8 people or 7 people, they ran down into a bunker. The bunker had food. The bunker had everything for them to be able to survive. Okay? But to show you how fucking wicked people are and how fucking deranged their thought process is, the people in the bunker started killing one another, raping one another. You know, all chaos broke out in that bunker. And that shows you how these people in this world are just uncivilized brute beasts, man. Brute beasts. And just like the brother said, when 911 is not picking up, all hell is gonna break loose. All hell gonna break loose.
And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. So going back to the point of, that's going to be the first job of the elites, to bury all these dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to be preserved. You know? This is Job chapter 2, verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. So the urge to survive is super strong, man. You always want to save yourself, man. So that's how it's gonna be in these times, man. These people don't have integrity.
Nope.
So when their life is on the line, hey, it's gonna be you or them, you know.
Yep.
And it's gonna be you rather than them. Again, Job 2:4. And Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. You see that when a motherfucker about to die in these movies and shit. Oh man, I got $100 million on them, you know. Please save me.
Yep.
You got it.
Con. So, at the end of the day, these preppers, these homesteaders, you know, these people that have their faith and their dependence on a community, on a community of family and close knit friends, and we're gonna pull together and we're gonna survive Jacob's trouble. Man, y'all have another thing. Y'all have another thing coming, man. Y'all have another thing coming. Y'all don't realize how vicious the human mind is, man. And Babylon has prepared these people to be complete fucking psychos, okay? Through their television, through their music, all right? And when these people are left alone with their own thoughts, they're gonna lose it. All of these people are gonna be on straight demon time. Straight demon time. Off their meds, they're gonna be on straight demon time. I got something real quick. This is
real quick, Matthew 24:12. We know it already. We bring it out all the time, but I wanted to make sure I didn't botch it. And because iniquity shall abound, Slakia. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we know iniquity is what? Sin upon sin. Upon sin upon sin. And it tells you in, what's that, Hosea? Mm-hmm. These people are laden in iniquity. And what's sin? Sin is transgression of the law. These people don't believe in the laws of the Bible. You know? They have no moral compass. They're what the scriptures call reprobate. They're void of judgment. Because how do we get proper judgment? Through the scriptures, through the precepts. That's our moral compass. That's how we know what's right and what's wrong, based upon what God said to do. But these people, they don't care. They could care less what God said. They cast God's words behind their back, and they do what they want to do. They do their own thing. They lean upon their own understanding. They deal with emotions and their feelings and their lust. That's the way of this world. It's really a lustful world. If it feels good, do it. If it looks good, smells good, it's pleasing to the sights.
Yep.
Indulge.
Yep.
You know? So again, and that's how these people are. They're laden in iniquity. They're laden with they're filled with demons.
As the rulers are, so are the people.
So I say all that because the brother mentioned out these people are psychos, right? And that's the word for shall wax cold in the Greek. It's psycho.
Con.
Strong's G 5594. Psycho. Shall wax cold. And it says metaphor, wane in love. It says to breathe, blow, cool by blowing. He putting a cold spirit on him.
Cold.
Because the breath is what? The spirit, right?
Yeah.
He putting a cold, careless, heartless. That's why you see in the news, these judgments are becoming more and more bizarre.
Yeah.
Grandchildren killing grandfathers, grandparents and shit.
Yep.
Why? Because evil spirits are on these people. That happened during the time of Noah. He sent out evil spirits among the men. Mm-hmm. There be spirits created for judgment. So in the times that we're coming into, all these spirits about to be activated, man. Dang. They're already in you, festering, but the Lord is going to activate them. Them bugged out thoughts that people have in their minds.
Yeah.
And they're going to be allowed to fulfill their deepest, darkest desires.
Well, like you said, a lot of people have these weirdo ass thoughts, and just for the sanctity of, you know, keeping their family, you know, close knit and keeping their jobs, they don't
for the
act.
Optics of the world.
Exactly.
For appearance. Again, that facade it's called a facade. It's a front. Mm-hmm. Most of these people live a facade. They live a fake life.
Yep.
They're not their true selves. You know, when
Yeah.
they're by themselves, and you know that you see the true person. But when they go out into the public, they put on an act.
Put on a facade. Con.
My bad. I didn't mean to butt you. My bad.
Yeah, they real Jeffrey Dahmers, man.
All you got to do is check their search history. Just go to their search history. You'll see how
Search
much
engine.
demons these people have on them. And I'm talking about the shit they don't want you to see.
Facts.
They think that nobody knows about. Guess who knows? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai knows. The angels knows. They be watching you, and they keep an account. And all them wayward thoughts that you have in your mind, he gonna let you play them out.
Facts.
Them lust demons, you know, these men be filled with lust demons. All day on social media, swiping left, swiping right, you know?
Yeah.
Jumping in DMs.
Yeah.
They filled with lust demons. What you think gonna happen when society collapses?
Ooh-wee.
That lonely fans model he been stalking.
You saw that in the Purge movie.
He been supporting, Diego's night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you walk by me every day like I'm invisible. It's Diego's night, nigga.
Uh-huh.
It's my right to purge.
It's my
They gonna
God-given right to purge.
Yahweh gonna let you purge.
Hey, he's fair.
This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction. That's what's coming to this place. All hell is about to break loose. Evil and only evil is come. It watches for thee. For the sword, and we know the sword is a killing instrument, and the modern day sword is a gun, and the ultimate sword is a missile. And all these things are drawing nigh. It's here, coming to a city near you, coming to your doorstep. They gonna be knocking on your door like the Purge movie with the mask on and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna be no mask. It's gonna be real blood, real guts, you know.
Con.
We gonna see what you're doing that day. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. It's here. And one people shall, and not just here in Babylon, all throughout the world is gonna be like this, man. Ain't gonna be no fucking safe haven. The safe haven are gonna be the men of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be little sanctuaries of peace,
Con.
of light in this darkness, man. And they gonna be flocking. For there shall be, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. And what's sedition? It's speech and conduct inciting riots to go against your government, your leaders. As more people lose their jobs, as society collapses, the food trucks stop rolling in, these grocery stores become empty. You know, people gonna gather up and, you know, you in your little community.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, you know what? The problem is so and so, DeSantos. You know, the problem is Buddy Dyer. The problem is Trump.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
ain't, it ain't gonna be just a no kings protest and then call it a day. No, they're gonna go find these leaders and these people in power.
These fall guys.
These fall guys.
These scapegoats.
Yep.
For their shit, cause you can't get to the true leaders. You can't get to the Rothschilds. You can't, they in a bunker somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know who the fuck they are anyway. They
Facts.
hide themselves.
Facts.
And they're fortified. You can't get to them. It's gonna take divine intervention. It's gonna take spiritual power.
Spiritual power.
These fishes gonna turn to hunters. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See, their heart's desire, their will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever they set out to do, they're gonna accomplish it.
Whatever their wicked imagination can conjure up, that's what they're gonna do.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. These cities about to be destroyed. They're about to become Mad Max zones. You know? No-go zones. Especially these urban cities, man. That's going to be ground zero.
They showed you that these urban cities are set up for it.
Especially these cities like New York and Chicago, where everybody's all piled on top of each other.
Mm.
You got hundreds of families piled up in one fucking building, all crammed on top of. That's a fucking That's a powder keg of fucking nightmares, bro. If the Lord ain't with you in them, you're gonna be through, man.
It's nothing to kick in your door. A deadbolt ain't gonna keep men out. That's coming to take your food and your body.
it's gonna be a journey just to escape your building, bro. Just to go out there and get some victuals, you're gonna have to. You feel me?
And you know in the city.
You on the 15th floor. The elevator ain't running. You gotta take the stairs. It's only 2 staircases. What the fuck you gonna do?
And Jake be chilling in the staircases now, smoking, doing all type of weirdo shit in the staircases.
What the scripture say? I can't frame it. I'm holding something. I'm botching it. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man. This is
Please don't change it. No, don't switch gears on me.
Con. Yeah, this kind of pass. Go ahead, you got it.
This is Isaiah 51:20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. That's Jake, bro. And all these hoods, they on the corners, bro.
Mm-hmm.
In the projects, the trap, wherever, the barrios. It don't matter where you go.
Yeah.
They on the corners, man. And what are they doing? Raising hell. Destroying the community, being fucking niggards.
Being a niggards, being a YN.
It says Isaiah, so how much more so when all hell break loose? Ain't gonna be no jobs, ain't gonna be no school. You know?
Con.
What was that? Remember that Dave Chappelle skit? Tyrone got a job at McDowell's or whatever.
McDowell's.
Yeah, talking shit. Look at him. Fuck that nigga. Who you think he is? He think he better than us. With his walking and going with his uniform. Ain't gonna be no McDowell's to go to. Salakia. It's just gonna be the bunch of niggas on the corner with the banana. So it says,
scheming.
Thy sons have fainted. Could you imagine you the last motherfucker in your community with a job?
Oh, my
You fool.
goodness.
You better not have no family and no children and no wife and no kids.
Man, listen.
You gotta go do an 8-hour shift, a 12-hour shift? Shit.
Man, you talking about when homes are boarded up, people are staying inside, you gonna stick out like a sore thumb every time your vehicle leave the house. Or you leave the house in order to go get groceries.
Oh, you mean
whatever.
to tell me you still can afford $10 a gallon gas?
Mm-hmm.
You must be doing good, nigga.
Yeah.
Isaiah 51:20 again. Thy sons have fainted, they dead. No oil, dry bones,
Yep.
degenerate vines, reprobate. You could thank black culture for that, Thy sons have fainted. That's talking about our people, man, our children, chiefly our men, YNs you call them. They lie at the head of all the streets, pants sagging off their ass,
Yep.
skinny jeans, they destroyed. They lie at the head of all the streets, a bunch of fucking poo shiesties. They lie at the little nasty exes. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. A bull is what? A powerful animal, but it's strong. But could you imagine a bull caught in a net?
So,
How he'll be
man,
trying to escape?
ripping that
That's
shit to
Jake.
shreds.
They are full of the fury of the Lord Yahweh. What's the fury of the Lord? These curses. These generational curses. They are full of the fury of the Lord Yahweh, the rebuke of thy power. To back up your point. So going back to 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So again, these cities are about to be destroyed. When there's no jobs, no food, it's gonna be martial law, checkpoints. It's gonna be bad. Your worst nightmare times a million. That's what's coming to this place. And to a city near you. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Gonna be the time of Jacob trouble. Jeremiah 30:7. Per Daniel 12:1, it's gonna be a time like never before. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. If men are gonna be afraid in them times, how much more so you women? Again, imagine venturing out when all hell is breaking loose out of your goddamn building, out of your neighborhood. You're gonna be scared, especially at night. You ain't even gonna venture out at night. You're gonna wait till daytime hit, cause the power might be off. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. This is the main point. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Going into the point of love of many waxing cold.
Con.
He gonna put a psychotic spirit on these people. They already got one on them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Again, the modern day sword is a gun. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation, because of all the hell that's breaking loose.
Con.
And what's bread? We know bread is represent food, but it also represents money. You know? You know, Jake, like that Jake talk. I'm about my bread. I'm about my paper.
Slang.
You know?
Yep.
I'm about my ducats. So it ain't gonna be no bread out there. The bread drying up right now. All your little side hustles drying up.
Con.
All your little benefits drying up.
Yep. You know, people talking about their
Bread is scarce.
Yeah.
Don't nobody got no discretionary funds.
hell no.
The bread, the bread, the little bit of bread that you got going to all your goddamn bills. That don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
They gonna keep coming. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, starting
And
at
they're going
verse.
to keep increasing.
Yeah, con. Starting at verse 2nd Ezra 6, starting at verse 18. And it reads, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And we know that when Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai draws nigh, he draws nigh with what? Judgments. Okay? With storms, with tempests. Okay? And that's what you're seeing. Judgment. Just like the you know, you could actually call it an omen of what happened, what took place over there in Israel. Okay? That's a plague of the Heavenly Father. That's an omen. It reads, and will begin to make inquisition of them. And what's the inquisition? All right? It's a deep, harsh, ruthless investigation, man. So the Heavenly Father, his eyes are upon this sinful kingdom. He has angels taking notes and tabs of everything that you're watching, everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying and thinking, man. Okay? To make sure that the judgment that you receive is worthy, man.
Real quick. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and from the howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Because what's about to happen? The stock market is about to crash. That's what you see Trump keep doing. He keep juicing the markets, man. Because if he just let things take its natural course, shit would we would already be imploded.
Facts.
They have to keep kicking the can down the road through what? Stimuluses, quantitative easing, the reverse repo market, you know, giving misinformation. Oh, no, the strait is closed. No, it's open. No, it's this. No, it's that. You know? No, we're at peace. We're at a ceasefire. All this shit is to juice the markets.
Con.
Because every time they get a little bit of bad news, what happens? The stocks plummet.
Yep.
You know?
The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poor, man.
But it's inevitable. This bitch is going to crash.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been crashed. The bubble should have been popped.
Years
And
ago.
what happens when you delay the inevitable? You make the judgment 10 times even harsher.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have just naturally let this bitch implode, it wouldn't be as bad as how it's about to be.
It would have just ran its course.
But
Possibly
you've been
itself.
kicking the can down the road since 2008. This bitch should have been imploded after the housing market crash.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Uh-huh.
But you keep juicing the markets. But you're going to run out of juice. You ain't got the juice no more. So it says, how ye inhabitants of Maktash, for all the merchant people are cut down. All that bear silver are cut off. And the modern day Maktash would be New York City. Mm-hmm. Moreover, the stock exchange. Wall Street, as you know it. You had a precursor during the Great Depression. You saw what happened last time the stock market crashed. What do you think gonna happen this time?
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass at that time, and we're in this time, that I will search Jerusalem, and we're a people before a place. The people make up the place. The people make up the land. You know, the citizens make up the city.
Mm-hmm.
And we're a people before a place. And the bulk of Jerusalem, Yasharallah, are in the Americas, primarily the US of A. So it says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, but we also scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So that's what the Lord is doing. He's visiting the world, and he's making inquisition. And what is he really inquiring about? His elect, his chosen.
His elect.
He's sifting. He's looking for his elect.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. The only ones that matter.
So it says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees. What are the candles? The prophets. The men out there on the highways and the byways warning you. Ain't that what we were commanded, to let our light shine
Con.
before men? Give them warning, you know?
A monument, an eyesore.
So whether you take heed or not, hey, it's going to be on you.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees. That's most of these people. They're comfortable in Babylon. They're comfortable in this world.
Yeah.
They could be here another 20, 30, 40, 50 years. They see themselves here another 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And they see themselves riding off into the sunset.
Yep. I'll be retiring.
Yep. My house should be paid off.
Social Security
You know?
come kick in.
Yep. My pension should kick in, and this, that, and the third. My kids will be grown. This, that, and the third. She should be graduate college, and they see themselves. You know.
They got plans. They got plans.
They see America being made great again. They don't see the evil days.
Con.
It says, and will punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, and we know your heart is your mind. Everything starts in your mind, your lob. That say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. That's what these people think. You know?
Yeah.
I want to create my own destiny.
God is
I'm
good.
gonna speak it into fruition.
Mm-hmm.
What they call it? Positive affirmations.
Con.
I can control my own. You know, you really think there's free will.
The law of attraction. If I can just think about it and meditate on it, it'll come to fruition.
Remember the secret.
The secret. Yep.
The secret is you got a goddamn demon on you. It's about to be exposed. So it says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. But as it tells you in Psalms, it is time for thee to work, O Lord Yahweh, because they have made void thy law.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. He's working. You got it.
He stays working. It says, and I will begin to make, Salakia, 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 19. And I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness.
Because they say God ain't going to do good or bad. He ain't going to recompense us. Ain't going to be no payback.
Yeah.
That's how Esau feels.
That's his mindset.
He can do all type of wickedness. Ain't going to be no, you know.
he thought Yahweh Bashim Yahushua was altogether one as himself, man. It says, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
Their unrighteous decrees.
Con. Isaiah 10.
Who makes laws grievous, you know?
Yep. Daniel 8 and 25.
Oppress a man in his heritage.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what this damn devil does.
There's enough resources in the world for everybody to live comfortably. There's enough space. You ain't got to be all piled up on top of each other. The elites don't live like that. Mm-hmm. They got rolling acres. They got acres upon acres of acres. They got whole fucking pedophile islands to themselves, man.
Whole fucking island.
Meanwhile, you got, again, 100 people living in a fucking building. And then you got 10, 12 buildings all in the immediate vicinity. So that's hundreds upon hundreds of people. That's a project.
Fucking Disgusting, man. And we know that just like subdivisions and suburbs, projects are created, man. This man created this type of living for Yasharallah. So it says, and
real quick,
you got
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 8. Woe, again, woe means destruction. Woe unto them that join house to house. Yeah, you shouldn't be living in no fucking townhouse. You shouldn't have neighbors above you or next to you.
Con.
You shouldn't be able to hear your fucking neighbor fucking his wife, man. That's wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about you living in a goddamn luxury apartment, but you can hear your neighbors fucking. But these people are okay with that. They don't see nothing wrong with that. That's normal.
That shit turns them on. Huh? They weirdos.
Woe unto them that join house to house. Oh, you living in a duplex, huh? That's wicked. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. That's what they do. They pile everybody on top of each other so that they can have all the rolling acres.
For themselves.
They can have rolling estates and shit. You know?
Hell yeah.
We gonna pack all you motherfuckers over here in the city, and we gonna go in the suburbs somewhere.
And chill.
On 50 acres.
Yep.
And then say there's not enough space. We gotta build multi-family housing. Multi-family housing is against the scriptures, man. That's wicked.
Yep. Wicked ain't the word. These people are devils. It says, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. Hey, ain't that's what we witnessing? We're witnessing this current world starting to vanish away.
I've been thinking that from when you said the fulfillment of Zion punishment be fulfilled.
Con.
That's the times that we're in.
Yeah. The world is literally vanishing away. This way of life.
We at the end of our bid. Read that again.
Con. It says,
and when?
It says, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away.
Its world is vanishing away. It's a form of shadow of itself. The world is unrecognizable. Mm-hmm. In order to, the world that you remember, you got to look to the past. That's why everybody dwelling on the good old days. Back in the throwback Thursdays and shit. Because the world you know is a fucking nightmare. You got to go back to the good old. You remember when gas was $2, $3 a gallon? You know? Remember when we go to the movies and they be packed and shit? You remember this? You remember when? Back in the day when I was young and not a kid anymore. You remember back in the day?
Yep.
Each generation, that's all they do. Keep looking back to the past. Because the world that they know is vanishing away.
Con.
Back in my days, that's all the niggas do. Back in my time.
Now we know why they say that shit.
Because the world is vanishing away. Life as you know it is changing. It's dwindling away. Yep. The American dream, that's a thing of the past.
Vanishing away. It was a
you right now you becoming a first-time home buyer. That's a pipe dream. Could you imagine being 17, 18, about to graduate? Your outlook on life is grim. You worried about there being a draft, if they're gonna do a draft or not? You know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go to college. What you gonna major in? What you gonna get a degree in?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Man, I can't remember what.
You can't get a new car. Too expensive. You know.
Car, house, you name it.
And then again, going back to the point of, but that's all you know because you're a GMO baby, you're a millennial. But your parents, they remember. I remember I got a car at 15, 16. You know, I moved out at this time. You know, so it's vanishing, and that's what you see on social media.
They fucking bugging out. There was a Jake. I can't remember which camp. I was watching.
Why they bugging out? Because they realize they've been sold a crack dream.
Con.
They've been sold a lie.
Con. The Jake was 20, I think 21, 22. Him and his girl came up to the camp, and he was just going into how there's nothing out here that he looks forward to, man. He's like, as a 21, 22-year-old young man, life is just, it doesn't have the same oomph anymore.
It's called you're waking up to a dystopian reality. Not a utopia, a dystopia. You waking up to a nightmare. You realizing everything you've been sold was a lie.
Yeah. Shit is vanishing away for real.
Everything you did was a waste of time. You did all that studying, did all that homework. You could have been you could have been playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could have been out with the boys and shit, getting boxed. But here you go, listening to your parents, trying to get on the honor roll, get on the dean's list.
Yep.
Trying to get you a scholarship. You know, because you're gonna be the first one to go to college in the family. You know.
$150,000 in debt and counting.
Oh, you gonna follow the tradition and go into the military, like your uncles, your pawpaw, you know?
I'm gonna go to California and become a star. One of the brothers was saying
I'm gonna become a streamer. I'm gonna become a Twitch streamer. I'm gonna stream Fortnite.
Don't gotta go to college for that. It was saying how the new Avengers movie that's coming out is gonna be majority of AI actors instead of live action actors, man. So the world is vanishing away. It's changing. It's being degraded, man. All right, America is far from being made great again. You know, we always bring that up. So it says, let me keep reading for you. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens.
Because the kingdom ain't gonna be nothing like this. Night and day. No similarities. Complete opposites. Unrecognizable. This gonna vanish. It's gonna be a nightmare.
No resemblance of the old world, of this world.
And but I'm talking about everything about it. Foods, animals, everything. The Lord is making a new heavens, a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. The earth is gonna flourish again. It's gonna go back to being a paradise as it was intended.
Where it took 2 men to carry a bushel of grapes. The earth is gonna be in its strength. Man. Oh, just to back up that point that the brother just made. This is Isaiah chapter 14. And I'll start at verse 3. It reads, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from the fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Talking about his remnant, man. Ultimately all of Israel, but starting with his remnant, his elect. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord out of one hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing.
That's how you know it's going to be unrecognizable.
Because
right now the people are not quiet. They're not at rest. They're mourning, as it tells you in Proverbs. When the righteous in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's all you're hearing is mourning, non-stop, complaining. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you.
No, that was the point. From every sector. That's all you hear is mourning. It says.
But again, nightmare, uncomparable. Every now and again you hear the bird chirping and shit, but it's gonna be a constant, you know. It's gonna be completely different, man.
No dead trees in the kingdom. Everything's gonna be.
Especially not in Yasharallah, especially not in Jerusalem. Ain't gonna be no cloudy, rainy days, man.
None.
It's gonna go back to. It ain't gonna rain in Yasharallah. It's gonna go back to through the spirit. It's gonna go back to the dew, water in the land.
Yep.
You know, it's gonna rain in the heathens' land. Cause that was a new thing that the Lord created. It wasn't so in the beginning. And that's a form of punishment, because if you don't obey Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you don't want to follow us as it tells you, we got Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gonna hit your land with drought.
Con.
See, but through the spirit as a man, I can see it's gonna go back to not raining in Jerusalem. Every morning the dew gonna water the earth.
We ain't gonna need no rain.
It's gonna be beautiful, sunshiny day every day, perfect day every day. You know?
Oh man, I can't even. Man, listen. So back to 2nd Ezra 6:20. It says, "And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished."
We seeing it vanish away. These women are becoming, the pride is oozing off of them. Esau's being brought. We seeing these people. It ain't the same spirit in Babylon no more.
Nah.
The haughty people are starting to languish. These people look defeated.
They definitely look defeated. Even on days where it's supposed to be joy and mirth. You know, you're seeing the mirth completely vanish from this place. It says, shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be open before the firmament, and they shall see all together. It reads, I'll jump down to 22. It reads,
What are you in?
2nd Ezra 6.
Make sure you hit 28. Baba Gashad.
Con.
Make sure you hit, I was going to read that, but since you're there, you can finish it out. But make sure you hit 28. Let me see. Make sure you hit, you can stop at 28, but.
I'm at 22 right now.
Yeah, that right there, 22 to 28. I think we pretty much probably.
That'll.
We still got like 20 minutes, but yeah, that's what I was holding.
Con.
22 to 28.
It says.
Speak on it.
It says, 2nd Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And you're coming out hearing all these economists and all these experts telling you and letting you know that if this war between Iran and America continues to dwell on for 6 months, 8 months, this can bring about famine.
They're saying the damage is already done. They're saying that we're in the fucking planting season, and that the ships that the cargo ships with the fertilizer should already been sent out. And once you miss that period, it's a season. So once you miss the time to plant the crops, that's it. It's gone. You got to wait till the next year.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wait till the next planting season. You know. So they're saying the damage is already done. That's what anybody that's really paying attention is already saying. It's already, it's too. They should have 6, 7, 8 days. Everything could have bounced back, but it's too far gone. We're in the 45th, 48th day, 50 days. We months deep now.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, Salakia.
Yeah. So, hey, like I said, to the brother's point, this famine is on the horizon. All right, because you cannot disrupt the supply chain, which I believe back in 2020, that was a test run. All right, and now the supply chain has been greatly disrupted, and there's no coming back. Just like the brother said.
Something also I found out just doing research, watching, measuring the time diligently, studying, so that I know what I'm talking about, and going back to the oil, right? One of the things they're saying with the oil, showing you how the damage is already done against a lot of these refineries, the damage that was done to the refineries all around the Gulf, the Saudi Gulf region. They're saying it's going to take at least 2-3 years to 10 years to fix some of that damage that was done, to build back up some of that infrastructure. On top of that, they said with oil rigs, they say you just can't, the oil just don't stop. Once you drill, the oil is coming out. It's coming out. They can cap it, but once they cap that oil, they said that water now starts leaking into the oil and dilutes the oil. So,
God, everything this motherfucker does.
That's the point that I was about to. That's the point. That even now that they're capping the wells, it's gonna make the oil diluted. It's not powerful anymore. Like how it's coming out natural now, undiluted, unfiltered, straight from the source. So now that you cap it, The oil is still there, but the water is leaking into the, you know what I'm saying?
Con.
So the damage is already done. The damage is already done.
Diluted gas. It's funny. It says
That's what these gas stations be doing. They be cutting the oil with water, the gas with water, but it'll happen naturally.
I was reading. It was an article that I had ran across that they had passed legislation to start basically selling diluted gas. So I wonder if it has anything to do with that whole process. I was trying to see if I could find it. I can't remember where it was. It is what it is. Yeah, but I didn't even know that, man. When they cap it, oil seeks in
Water
gets into the oil. That's crazy. So once again, it says 2nd Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one another against one another like enemies. Right, the brother brought out earlier the love of many waxing cold. All right, I always say people are gonna skip the pleasantries, man. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
What does that
So
mean?
a famine of food, a famine of thirst, you know, there's not going to be anywhere for you to turn, man. If Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is not with you, all right? You think, oh, you got a well in your backyard and you good? Think again. It says,
in modern times, we don't have, the modern well is a faucet.
mm-hmm.
So once and everything is connected to the power grid. So if the power goes down, guess what? You can't flush your toilet.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take a shower. You ain't got water to cook food with. See, people don't understand how you think you living in a civilized society, modern world. You don't realize how fragile your existence is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize how dependent you are on the enemy. You don't realize how vulnerable you are. But you about to figure it out.
Yeah, y'all think it's gonna be a kumbaya moment in Jacob's trouble where you have access to water, your neighbor has access to food, another neighbor has access to seeds or whatever the case may be, and y'all are just gonna come together and make it work. No, the Heavenly Father told you the love of many shall wax cold. It's gonna be a dog-eat-dog world. If you have something, they're not gonna try to come to you and share and try to maintain. They're coming to take what you have. As simple as that. You know, what is his name? Matt Jones, or I think that's what his name is. The conspiracy guy that got banned from YouTube. He said if it was Alex Jones, the water. If there was if he was in a situation where his kids and him were starving, he would go next door and string up his neighbor without a hesitation.
Because he's an Edomite, huh?
Khan. Those are the words that came out of this man's mouth, man. With no hesitation.
Edomites lack empathy.
Cannibalism. But the scripture tells you it's going to be a lot of that. So it says, whosoever, it says, 2nd Ezra 6:25, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world, going into the elect. The elect are the only ones that are going to come out unscathed, man. After all hell breaks loose, the elite are going to come out unscathed because they're going to be in their bunkers and things of that nature. But once the Heavenly Father bestows spiritual power on his remnant, they're going to become hunters. The fishers shall become hunters, and bring to them the judgment that the Heavenly Father has written. Slavery, burying the bodies, that's what's waiting for them. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. And here's the point that you wanted, 27, 28. It reads, for evils shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Going back to the point if it's going to be night and day.
Mm-hmm. Night and day, man. Night and day. How much time we got?
You got time. Let's go, man.
Con. You wanted more? Or?
I don't know. Get some more in that?
No, I mean, that was pretty much, because you said I'll go through 22 to 28. So I didn't know if you wanted more.
I'm pretty sure we got time, bro. I'm waiting, you know?
No. You go ahead.
I don't have anything, but I'm ready to go, man.
Con. All right, well.
I ain't winding down. I'm fired up, brother.
No, I was just waiting because I wanted to touch on something.
Go ahead. Let's go. Lively
so
Stone.
this is this article that I wanted to touch on.
It's supposed to be
it's a couple minutes.
You're supposed to be a well of knowledge, especially in these times, bro. It's supposed to just be flowing out of you.
Con.
It's a lot to talk about.
So there's a couple minutes left, so I want to just bring this out.
I think we got like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It kind of goes back to the brother when we were talking about oil earlier. So it kind of passed, but I'm gonna bring it out anyway. It says the Wall Street Journal reported Saturday that the United States military is preparing to board Iranian-linked oil tankers and seize commercial ships in the international waters as the naval crackdown expands beyond the Middle East. It reads, naval ships in the Central Command area of operations have already forced dozens of ships to turn around after they attempted to cross the strait. So far, none have been able to avoid the blockade in the Middle East. And here's the main point that I wanted to touch on. It says, elsewhere, Lloyd's List Intelligence said at least 5 Iranian-linked tankers heading to Malaysia have changed course to avoid U.S. military. All right? So it says heading to Malaysia. Now I was watching, give all credit to the Elder Malcolm, because I was watching a video that the Elder Malcolm did, and then I had also did some more research. Malaysia, okay, is in the South China Sea, and Malaysia is kind of to the east, and then Indonesia is to the west. Now in the middle, they have what's called the Strait of Malacca. All right, it's sort of like the Strait of Hormuz, okay? But the Strait of Malacca, all right, let me give you some information on it. It says the Strait of Malacca is vital to China because it serves as the primary maritime checkpoint for roughly 80% of its oil imports and a massive share of its international trade. So 80%, man, okay, of China's oil transport goes through the Strait of Malacca. All right, and the brother, you know, before the spirit change was talking about America wants to get in the oil game. And then he was talking about how we sabotage the Nord Stream 2, okay, to acquire more business from the east with the liquid natural gas, okay, which we lead the world in. All right, so you can see that this war is all about oil, man. It's all about oil.
It's about the oil is this. Exactly what I was thinking. It's first and foremost. It's about resetting the way of buying and selling, because everything is going digital, as you can see, and all these nations are on board with this digital shift. Hence why they all have central bank digital currencies. But now, in this shift, you also have to deal with real money, and oil is real money.
Mm-hmm.
Silver, gold, that's real money. So in this shift, the assets have to be reallocated, and that's what you see happening.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Within this shift of the new order of ages, that's what they've been doing. They've been gathering up all the resources. All the nations been gathering up resources for this new transition,
mm-hmm.
to see who's going to have control, governance of this new world order. And where does the power lie? Who has the sword and who has the resources?
Yep.
And that's what they're fighting over. Who has the greater sword and who has control of the most valuable resources?
Khan.
And oil is a very valuable resource in this modern world. See, oil ain't gonna be fucking valuable in the new world, just as oil wasn't valuable in the ancient world. Why? Because the ancient world was manual. See, this modern world relies on machines.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna be like that in the kingdom.
Everything gonna be natural.
Hence why you see the Lord is allowing them to blow up all them goddamn oil fields. You ain't gonna need them in the kingdom.
Yep. Yep.
Because first and foremost, that's one of the reasons why you have all these goddamn earthquakes. Dummies.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you take earth space science? Didn't you take geology? Didn't you learn about the earth has tectonic plates, motherfucker, that move?
Yep.
And what helps the plates, the tectonic plates slide and move against each other? Oil, dummies.
That
just
lubricant.
like your engine. What happens if you don't put oil in your car? Your engine locks up. It seizes up. The gears start to grind. That's what happens in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? You call it a goddamn earthquake, dummy. Why do you think more and more earthquakes been coming and stronger and stronger? Because you've been drilling all the goddamn oil out.
Mm-hmm.
You call it fracking.
Yep.
See, everything this devil does destroys the earth. He's adverse to creation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to go to space. I'm going to put a satellite in space to advance technology, to advance civilizations. Oh, you mean to tell me you're going to poke a hole in the ozone layer that protects the earth from all them elements that could destroy it? Oh, you're just going to leave a fucking satellite in space that can break down, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to go back there and get it and bring it back down to the earth? Oh, no, you're just going to let it fall to the earth, huh? You're just going to leave all that space debris up there, huh? Oh, you're going to pollute the earth? You're going to pollute space like you pollute earth? You're going to put barges of trash in space like you do in the ocean? That's why this devil got to be stopped, man.
Gotta be stopped.
He's a madman. And if you don't see it, you're a madman or a mad woman.
Yep.
See, these people don't see nothing wrong with how the earth is being governed. They think it's normal.
Yeah.
You think it's normal because you were born into prison. You were born into a prison planet. You were born into the Matrix, dummy.
Yep.
You're a copper top. But you think you's free. You think you really have choice. It's the illusion of freedom. It's the illusion of inclusion.
Hey, the beautiful thing about it is that I wanted to bring this out because this shows you how this war is only going to escalate. Because by America...
It has to. Morandi said, we don't believe that the peace talks. We're preparing for war.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. It was just the ceasefire was allowing them to gather their resources. See, America was getting fucked up, mollywopped. You see, they thought they was gonna run up in there like they did in Venezuela, you know?
Yeah.
Do a decapitation strike, and we're gonna be out of there in 10 days, baby.
We good.
A little bit of suffering. No, motherfucker, a lot of suffering, and you ain't begun to suffer.
A lot of suffering.
This is gonna be a long, drawn-out war.
And the beautiful thing is, because we all know, like the brother brought out earlier, he pointed to the fact that BRICS, Iran is an ally of China, right? So a lot of oil goes back and forth. So America turned a ship around that was going to Malaysia, right? An oil tanker ship that was going to Malaysia. Now, show you how America ain't to show you that America's making moves, man. Real quick, this says,
Hold on. 10,000 Marines to the Middle East, that's not making moves? Rerouting all your fucking tankers to the Middle East, that's not making moves?
Mm-hmm.
Having the USS Gerald Ford and all this shit, Lincoln, all this shit, you got a fucking blockade, that's not making moves?
Yeah, but they making real moves behind all that. So
but we're not supposed to pay attention to that because the war's already won.
Exactly.
Which one is it? Is the war won or is it over? Is it over? Is it won? Is it straight open? Is it closed? Which one is it, man?
That motherfucker, Taco, man. We already know what we're gonna get from Taco.
Pathological liar. And you dummies gobble up everything he says.
Mm-hmm. It says
if he tells you the sky is green, you gonna gobble it up.
Yeah, that's what they do.
If he tell you his shit don't stink, it don't stink. You know, it smells like roses, peaches.
Yeah, if you let him tell it. So it says, as tensions rise around the Strait of Hormuz, a new development in Southeast Asia is drawing global attention. The United States and Indonesia, all right? Now, I just told y'all that Indonesia is on the other side of Malaysia, okay? They both have joint ventures in controlling the Strait of Malacca, all right? So keep up with me real quick. It says, as tensions rise around the Strait of Hormuz, a new development in Southeast Asia is drawing global attention. The United States and Indonesia have finalized a defensive agreement that could expand U.S. military access to Indonesia airspace, a move that may significantly enhance Washington's strategic reach over the Strait of Malacca.
And I'm going to say, oh, that's a fucking pipe dream. Why can I say that so confidently? Because you ain't getting out of Iran. You got all these plans to go into Cuba and all this other shit. Nigga, you got to get up. You counting you counting the eggs before they hatch. Mm-hmm. You got to get out of Iran first, man. So you got all these plans to do this and do that. Nigga, you got to get out of Iran first.
So the beautiful thing is this devil.
Hold on. You done relocated all your goddamn things from all these other bases to the Middle East. Oh, you going to reroute it back to the Pacific? Fuck out of here, nigga. It's staying in the Middle East.
So the point of the matter is, just what Iran is doing with the Strait of Hormuz, this devil is trying to do that with the Strait of Malacca, okay? And that's how you know this war is going to continue to escalate, because you don't think China is going to jump into this war if 80% of their oil transport goes through the Strait of Malacca?
China already said in the Strait of Hormuz, when that ship, remember, they let a Chinese tanker go through. Mm-hmm. And China said this is getting dangerous. Mm-hmm. And they would check. That was a chin check, a test. You know. Mm-hmm. We gonna go through this blockade, nigga. You better not. You know. We gonna see what you gonna do. It's getting dangerous now.
Yeah.
You know.
So hey, the beautiful thing is that this is only gonna fast track and continue to escalate the Third World War, man. Okay, America trying to take its control of the Strait of Malacca, trying to be in the same position that Iran is with the Strait of Hormuz, is only gonna what? It's only gonna make them even hate the war more, man.
That's what I was waiting for you to finish.
That's what it is.
Because that's what Iran is doing. Mm-hmm. Iran is doing everything. That's why they're still doing negotiations, so that the world can see who the problem is. We're not the problem, they're the problem. Yeah, we opened the strait. That means all ships. They're the ones that closed it. You know, we had to reclose it because of their blockade. See, they're putting all the blame on America. Uh-huh. We keep coming to the negotiation table in good faith. We didn't walk out. Who walked out of the meeting? J.D. Vance did.
Yep.
You know? So they're set, like you were saying, Revelation 17 and what, 10? You can see why they're going to hate the whore and burn them with fire.
Yeah. Beautiful, man. So, hey, we're gonna end it there, man. Unless the brother got anything else. All right, so, hey, with that being said, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kwadash.
And the sincere salutations to the Tabernacle of David. You Akim pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth, the elect in all sincerity and truth, and also a healthy shalom to the few Aqua that are listening and learning. Shalom, Israel.
Wa abad babo.
Kwam Yasharala. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.